Good morning, everybody. It is your girl, BrandiJ. Hey, Raymond, I see you on there. I'm going to bring you in just a second. Good morning, everybody. I hope you all are having a great weekend so far. I am now. Oh, my God. I posted a video earlier. I didn't think I was going to be here today. I thought I was going to have to cancel my show. I pulled a muscle in my back working out today. And oh my God, I was on my way to the emergency room. But God, and my sister Holly and her anointed hands, honey, she prayed for me and rubbed my back. And I'm here. And I'm so excited to have you all for episode number 2. I cannot wait to bring my guest on today, Raymond Williams, a McGavick Raiders alumni, a dear friend, a great communicator. And I can't wait for you all, for us to hear his testimony, because I actually haven't heard it myself. So I'm excited to hear how he experienced 12 minutes away from here, but he's here today to share his testimony. So you all make sure you like and share each Saturday. The Life After with BrandiJ. We're going to get to cover so many topics, and I'm enjoying doing this from the comfort of my home. And you all come back and you watch it later on. But please make sure you also follow my Facebook page, my YouTube page. I'm going to start doing some little giveaways and things like that on those sites. So that's how I'm going to know when you have went to go follow me on YouTube and follow me on Facebook. And someday we're going to buy some lunch for you and just be a blessing. So right now I'm going to bring in my guest, Mr. Raymond Williams. Let me add you, sir. He comes in. We are going to get to kicking. And I'm trying to see. I got it pulled up over here also. I see you coming in, Raymond. It says you're joining. Let's give him a second for it to connect. So until he gets in here, I just hope everyone, I see my big sister, honey. I told him, honey, the anointed hands is on here. I see it's trying to connect Raymond. So Raymond, as soon as you get in here, okay, I see he went out. He's going to come back again. Let's see. We did a test run the other day. Okay, let me invite you again. Let's see. And the second time, last week, as soon as he did it, he popped right in. So I hope we don't have any difficulties with getting our guest on. It said that we're adding him. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed last week with Terrence as he shared his journey on therapy. Raymond, make sure you're using your phone. And it says adding. So somewhere you got to accept it. You just accepted it, but then it took you back off. But Terrence last week, if you didn't get to see last week's episode, oh my God, he was just so transparent and so open with his experience on going to therapy and taking accountability. And it's so important when we take accountability. So if you didn't get to see that one, make sure you go back and watch that one. And then we're trying to get Mr. Raymond in here right now. It shows me it's adding him. So I hope it hurry up and get him in here so we can hear his testimony, which I think is so, I don't know, it's scary and exciting. 12 minutes. He said he experienced 12 minutes. Raymond, maybe try to see if you can send me a request to see if you can join, if I can add you. And let's see if it works that way. Send me an invite. He said he experienced 12 minutes away from this earth. So not working, going out and coming back in. Okay. And so I can't wait to be inspired by that. Honey, today I was just a minute. It was just, honey, it was a couple of minutes. And y'all, I'm telling you, my back was killing me. It was killing me. And I was just like, oh my God, I'm about to die. I couldn't breathe. I had never experienced a muscle spasm before. So now I'm just like, oh my God, I don't ever want to experience that again. So Let's see. What do you all have planned? Okay, Raymond, let's try you again. Let's add. Hopefully this will get you this time. What you all got planned for the weekend? Hey, Layman. Hey, brother. Okay, Raymond, are you in a good location? This devil don't want him to share his testimony. You are a liar. Raymond, what is it telling you? Okay, so what do you all have planned for the weekend? Do you all have great plans for the weekend? What you all got going on? When this show is over with, I am going to lay down and chillax. So I'm excited to just have a relaxing day. So we're going to see. Let's see. Yep. Raymond, yep, what? Let's see. Did you send me a request? It says no answer from live video. Let's see. And they'll join. Okay, it's saying adding you. Are you getting a notification showing adding? Okay, now you're on the screen. There you go.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Okay, that devil didn't want you to be great.
That's all right. We good. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I am doing great. Appreciate you inviting me on today for your show. We're looking forward to telling the story, talking to you guys. So, yes.
I'm excited for you to be here. Each time I start a show, I do a thing where I call giving people their flowers, because a lot of times people only hear that when they don't hear it. The people at the funerals hear it, and you never tell the person when they're alive. So one thing I want to let them know, he is a McGavick Raiders alumni, baby. What class did you come out?
I came in 88.
Class 88, shut up.
Yeah, 88, baby.
Oh.
88.
Raymond, I was 96.
Oh, dang. Oh, yeah. Long time ago. Different.
I didn't know you was 88.
Yeah, we 88. Man.
Okay,
we 88,
well, anyways, even though he was 88, he doesn't act like 88. But Raymond, what I want to most definitely tell you that one thing I love about you is I love your consistency. I love how whenever we hang out, we get to hang out maybe once a year or so. But whenever we hang out, you are always the perfect gentleman. You have never made me feel weird or unsafe, or matter of fact, I feel safe. I'll be like, oh, this big tall man, baby, mess with me if you want to. But I appreciate how you always support the alumni parties that I throw on. We keep saying we're going to join together on one. We really need to make that happen. But I appreciate you for always being supportive and just always treating me like a lady and always having good conversations. So I just wanted to tell you thank you so you could personally hear that from me this morning.
Appreciate it.
So how have you been doing today?
All is well. It's a beautiful morning outside, so I've been out there for a little bit, but yeah, it's nice.
Okay, so we're going to get started because I hadn't heard this testimony, so I cannot wait to hear about it. You said 12 minutes.
Yes. So back in 2013, I actually had like 3 car wrecks. I had one in like June 2013, and then had one, and all these are near fatal. Then I had a head-on incident Christmas morning.
What? Wow.
Same year. And so that was going through, kind of trying to heal from that. And so February, around my birthday, again, things going on. I said, well, let me get away. Let's go to Atlanta. So I was going to Atlanta. Got off the interstate, literally by the varsity, to go to the hotel downtown. Somebody ran the lights. Been a shooting at the varsity. So the guy that came on the backside, he had ran the lights. And you can pull this up. It shut that whole street down for like 8 hours. The car hit 5 cars before it hit me. With that being said, man, missed my back door I mean the front by that much and sent me around. Make a long story short, end up being in Grady Hospital. Yeah, has end up being in Grady Hospital. So that being said, for the night, end up leaving, coming, end up staying, coming back, and so that being said, end up tearing my some meniscus and stuff in my knee.
Mm-hmm.
So end up having surgery on that. So that being said, with the surgery, end up getting blood clots, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so the blood clots had moved. So one day I was leaving one of my training certificate classes, and was looking at my old school car. I have an old school car, so I was picking it up. And so when I got there, kind of felt sort of breath. And so with that, I said, kind of, I sing a little bit, just a little bit, right? So with that being said, I said, well, no, stand up and get that air in your diaphragm.
Mm-hmm.
So I sit up and I sit on the hood of the car, and next thing you know, I'm waking up in the ER.
Wow.
And so it's a guy that's going to actually transport my car from one place to the other. So he actually ended up calling the ambulance.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, someone was there. So getting there and being in the emergency room and not truly understanding what just happened. So they ran all this test. They ran all this test, and so when the ER doctor came back, he said you had 3 pulmonary embolisms the size of a quarter, right?
Tell us what that
And
is.
so,
Some people are like, I don't know what that is. Tell me what that
right.
is.
So pulmonary embolisms are blood clots.
Okay.
Right? We have blood clots in our body, but the pulmonary, again, has to do with breathing air lungs.
Okay.
And so that being said, 3 had clogged my air path, my airway.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I don't know if you guys, like I said, you can kind of maybe look it up, but you can die instantly from it. You can be sitting in the ER room. You can be sitting in the hospital room. Once it passes, there's nothing that can be done in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So if they don't pass, they'll clog up your lungs and you stop breathing.
Wow.
And so I end up having 3. And so when the doctor came back, he was kind of explaining to me what went on. My family and stuff was there, and just kind of me understanding. And like he couldn't believe. Like he said, I don't know how.
Mm.
Yeah, doctor. He said, I don't know how you made it. Like how you're alive, how you here. And so even in that moment, again, to understand the moment. And so again, I just started looking back on my life and just understanding life at that
Mm-hmm.
moment. And so like, how we take everything for
Yeah.
granted. I just everyday breathing, every day being able to move our limbs,
Mm-hmm.
to be able to have loved ones, those simple things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
And in that moment, man, all this came down on me, and I understood, like, wow. And hearing the doctor explain what happened, like, man, why do we take life for granted?
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why do we have to accept things in life that's not healthy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't give you life,
Yeah.
right? And so in that moment, I just actually started praying for purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Because
In the
I knew in
hospital.
that space, in the hospital, in laying right there in the ER room, my family like that's all in the room with me. I had a moment of like, it's not about me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
In that moment, and I started praying literally in that moment. God, give me purpose.
Yeah.
Give me fulfillment.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, I truly knew, like, it ain't about me. I promise. Like, it's not about me anymore. So I understood life. I understood, like, why do we have to accept or be a part of these things that's not good for us?
Yeah.
Right? And so in that space, just start praying for purpose. God, give me some, give me some, give me some. I feel like I haven't done anything enough to be impactful.
Okay.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
On a bigger scale, like I've done things, I do things around the city and whatnot, but I felt like I hadn't done anything impactful enough.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, like I was in that thing, praying, God, show me something, give me something. It's not about me anymore.
Yeah.
I knew and understood that in that moment. And so from that perspective, everything in life started to come together for me. And
Yeah.
so again, when you seek purpose and when you're seeking fulfillment and things like that, things have to align, right?
Right.
Things have to align. And so the things that I was asking for, he didn't give them to me right away. So what had to be done was that he had to remove certain people and situations out of my life,
Yes.
off of my plate, right? He said, the things I was praying for, he said, I may have it for you, but if your plate is full, I can't put anything on your plate.
Yeah.
You have to remove certain things around you, certain people around you, for you to be able to receive what I have for you.
Okay. It's a question before we keep going into that. What type of people or relationships did you feel like, or you knew like, you know what, this was not good for me, I need to step back? How was your process? How did you handle that?
Well, I always had a sense of purpose of discernment.
Okay.
I always had a sense of purpose of discernment. And I think going through that, I testified. So you're talking about a spiritual awakening in reference to like the senses. Man, my senses and my spiritual senses are lightened, or they got higher, they got more intense. I can see and feel things so vividly, right? I can feel and understand things without even being in that place.
Right.
I can see and understand people's intentions, who they are, how they are, and why they are, without ever being in your presence. And so it intensifies that because, again, I prayed for myself to be protected,
Right.
my heart to be protected in my everyday life, right? And so, again, he just started to again, allow me to see and feel things on a whole nother level.
Did that scare you? Did that scare you to be like,
no.
Oh, wow, I see this. Okay.
Because again, I asked to be protected, right? I asked to be protected. So no, let me see what's good and what's not good for me, right? Again, if again from the spiritual space, because again, that's the spirit travels. Right? Energy travels.
Yeah, it does.
Right? So with that being said, I don't have to be in your face. I don't have to see you being something or doing something without knowing and understanding. God said, no, don't go there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Don't go there. Don't do this.
Oh my God.
Right? Don't allow these people, because again, once you become what you want to be or you're seeking to be, that attraction will automatically know and understand what that looks like. It'll reflect it right off, right? In the spiritual sense. And a lot of people don't understand a lot of times what that looks like. But you have to be it and being able to experience it to understand what that thing truly feels like.
Okay, I'm looking. One thing, one thing, I'll interrupt from time to time because I know people are listening, and I know people, you can ask questions, you can put comments in here, and we thank God, first of all, that you're still alive in the land of the living. But one of the things that you said was when God tell us, no, not this person, don't go here. And when we don't listen, oh my God, I've been that person. I didn't listen. He'd tell me, no, this person is not for you. But I think, oh, they're gonna get it. And it's a blessing when he warns you in advance. Because he said those he loves, he chases.
Right.
And so he lets us know in advance, like, no, but even when we don't obey him, some kind of way, he still loves us and get us out of situations. But so can you say after that situation, did you always listen to that voice, or did sometimes you stray and do your own thing too?
Very seldom. When I tell you, like, very, 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 very seldom. I trust his word, and even things when I know things are not right, and even when I start ignoring within myself, he'll show it to me in some shape, form, or fashion.
Yeah.
I have things come in my dream, right? I still understand certain things. I'd be like, no, man, that ain't what it is. That's not what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
He'll show it to me in my dream, man. He'll show it to me in my dream. He'll show it to me in my dream. I say verbatim.
Wow.
Yeah, so the sense of discernment, the sense of protection that he's given me in this, right? Because again, I want to get it right versus being right. Right?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, but so by no means am I perfect because I fail. I got 99,000 problems. but a couple of things ain't one, right?
Right.
But a couple of things ain't one.
Yeah.
And so with that being said, he has allowed me to see, and now I trust him. When a door doesn't open now, or something, I said thank you. I don't even question him.
My God.
I don't even question when it comes to personal business. I don't question him anymore because what he has shown me is that when I say no, it's for a reason.
Yes.
When I delay it, it's for a reason. Right?
Yes. And when
so
he
I
said door, it's for a reason.
It's for a reason. It's for a reason, right? And so again, to get kind of more into it, just to pray for discernment, to pray, to protect, to allow me to see, so I don't go into a situation or go down a road that's not good for me. Because again, money, time, and money and resources is just you can't get back, right? Right. So I have to protect my now, my present. And so I say that I'm weird in a way. I don't necessarily say weird, but how I think and how I process things now, because I don't know my next moment, right? People say, tomorrow's not promised. From what my experience, the next moment isn't promised, right?
Right.
And so with that being said, I want to have my last days here on earth, my last breath to be as best as possible. I want my mind, I want to be in a good place.
Yeah.
So with that being said, let me protect my present.
Yeah.
Because I don't know my future, right?
Yeah.
And so if I align my present to be the best it can be and don't allow people and situations to make it bad or worse or unhealthy in the present, then I'm going to be okay in the next moment.
Yeah, because
right.
I like when they say how our decisions now affect our present and our future. We can't change anything that's already been. We have no control over that. But we do, because he gives us free will. So we do have a choice to make in the present that will affect our future. I remember one time Bishop Walker was preaching, and this is something that I'm really trying to go by now. He said, what you eat in your 40s is what they're going to treat you for in your 50s. So eat right now, because you can eat bad all your 40s if you want to, and then in your 50s you got high blood pressure, you got diabetes, you're cutting your toes off because of your decisions that you made at that present moment will affect your future. So that is most definitely something that we have to pay attention to, because we're getting older, and I feel like now we got less days ahead than what we had behind if we knock it over 50. Right.
And so even with that being said, so to understand, like me now as well, like everything that I do has to have purpose.
Okay.
Everything in my life, everything that I do has to have purpose. I can't do it without being fulfilled.
Okay. Yeah.
I can't do anything. Listen to me when I say that. I can't do anything without a sense of fulfillment and purpose. Because again, I live every day in reference to what that looks like. I know it ain't about me. I know me being here on earth is not about me. So it has to have purpose. I have to have fulfillment in what I do. I don't chase the bag, right? I chase purpose and fulfillment.
And I was going to say, you have always been a person of influence. And that's something you really have to be careful with, because people bring you all type of opportunities because they know you are a person that people respect and your opinion is valued. And so they will bring you all type of stuff. But now that you have been awakened and you know the things to say yes to, the things to say no to, that is so important for people to really understand that. Like you said, chasing the bag, because all money is not good money.
Yeah, I've actually turned down several, at least a couple of people that have to be able to work with in business. I turned it down because what I do, and then again, when I tell you the power of discernment, it showed me, and I can't explain it. I promise you, and it's no cap with me, because I'm not this joker that, or someone that, holy, this, that. I'm not that dude, right?
He is a singer, y'all, though. He might not be holy, but he can't sing.
but I deem myself to be very spiritual, right?
Okay.
Which is a whole nother level.
Yes, it is.
which is a whole nother level. So again, I can see and feel things. I promise you. I
Mm,
promise you. I promise you. I can feel
I
stuff.
love it.
So, so instantly. So like I know it's like a no. Like no, this thing ain't gonna be X Y Z.
Hmm.
It's a no. And I thank him because again I haven't been in a lot of bad situations or things like that because again I always try to again do the best thing, right? I always try
Hmm.
to do that. But what I
Hmm.
haven't learned to say that is that I've grown more in my pain.
Hmm.
I've learned more in my pain than I have in anything else. I can't say that.
I think that's, I don't know if that's everybody's testimony, but I know that's my testimony too.
But,
Um, Through my pain, I've learned to trust in him. I've learned, now I'm learning to trust me because I haven't
right,
always
right,
trust myself because I will override that voice. I'm not gonna lie. I will override that voice and be like, okay, God, but we're gonna do it this way. I know you telling me to do it this way, but we're
right,
gonna do it
right.
this way. And it has bitten me every time. I'm not gonna lie, it has bitten me every time when he has warned me of certain things. So I think people need to understand when you get that feeling, because some people don't understand the Holy Spirit. Some people don't understand discernment. You know, they're like, my gut, I'm lucky. No,
Right,
when you get that unction to let you know, no, this and that,
right,
that is
right,
God's way of protecting you. And if
right,
you don't know about the Holy Ghost or the Holy Spirit or the Lord, you need to find you a church. You need to get around people to have a better understanding, because that's his way of showing us that, you know, I got you. I got your best interest
right,
at heart.
right,
So
right.
let me ask you this. After the awakening, did that situation change the way your relationship was with your kids? Did it make you
No,
a better, were you always a cool dad, or did you
no.
learn to understand
I,
more?
I, I've been dad from day one, baby.
Yeah.
I've been dad from day one. I tell you, and we speak on that. Like I was born to be a dad.
Okay.
I tell you, the prayer I had when my first daughter was born. I was in the giving birth in the room. My first prayer was that, God, don't let me be the reason why my child failed. That was my prayer,
Wow.
and it just came but to be and I'm just a natural caring person, but to be a dad is the best thing that God could ever given me, right?
Okay. Wow.
Uh, but no, it helps me. I always been dad.
Okay.
I
Y'all
always,
been a good dad.
always been dad. That's who I am, right? And it's not what I do, but it's who I
Who
am.
you are. Okay.
Uh, and so with that being said, but no, what it did was it helped me again in my everyday life. It helped me, when I started to dig into relationships and, finding love and understanding what truly love looks like. And because I've always been an advocate of love.
Oh, we gonna hit that, because that was my next question. That was
Uh,
my next. But
uh,
first, let's get some shout outs. Good morning, Denise, Keishelle, D. Lachey, my sister Holly, Anthony. We see you all, Gary, Cortez, Camille. Good morning to you all. I don't want to just keep talking and we don't give you all acknowledgement. And Marcia, thank you all for tuning in with us this morning. Hey, Don Boone from FedEx. We appreciate you all tuning in and listening to Mr. Raymond share his experience about 12 minutes not being on the earth, and how we're not present, and how he was in a bad wreck in Atlanta and was in 3 wrecks in 1 year. But each time God kept protecting and covering him. So that lets him know that he had a purpose, and part of it was for him to be here today to share his testimony, to let you know how good God is, he has been, and he's going to be. So now let's get on this love conversation, honey. How did this experience, okay, let's first, how would you say you might have been in the past in relationships compared to the man you are now, or after this situation?
well, again, I've always been, again, very advocate of love, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And I say, it's no such thing as true love. It's love,
Okay.
right?
Mm-hmm.
We as society we have, we have created something
Your daughter
else,
said
and
best dad ever.
and so that being said, we've taken love and we've diluted it, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've taken normalized dysfunction and made it normal,
Oh my God.
right? And that's
Mm-hmm.
what we've done in relationships. And so it's more normal to not to have unhealthy relationships,
Mm-hmm. It is.
more so than not, right? And so again, I've always been an advocate of love, and I can go back real quick with my when I was growing up with my siblings in the home.
Mm-hmm.
To take you back to give you context is that I got three brothers and sisters that I was living in the home with, and so even like they say kids fight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Siblings fight. With that being said, I could never, even at 5 or 6 years old, I could never physically, intentionally ball my fist up or do something and hurt my siblings.
Yeah.
Because even at that age, I care about you, right?
Yes.
I
Yes.
understood at the age I care about you, so how can I intentionally? My mind wouldn't let me intentionally do something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why I said a lot of times you got to be what you see, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so if you are love, and if you are peace, and if you are these things, then that's who you are and that's what you are. So now it's almost impossible for you to do certain things,
Right.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's also too, you can attract what that thing is as well. You know exactly what it is and what it isn't.
But
So
mm-hmm.
go ahead.
I was going to say, and I understand you say you can attract that because so many times you hear about people like you, I would say myself too. I love love. I do. I love love and I love loving on people. But I'm not going to say that I have not never attracted totally opposite.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right,
because
yeah, yeah.
I feel like everything is attracted to your life and who you are. But like you said, it's our discernment of
right,
knowing,
right.
is this person good for me? Should they be in my space? Should they not be in my space? And that's
Right.
very important to understand.
Yeah, so to elaborate on the question, so again, before all that, like I used to be so shallow, right? When I
Mm-hmm.
say shallow in reference to the appearance, how someone was, like, specifically a lighter tone woman, a very pretty, tone woman, this, that, I was very shallow in
In your
what
picking.
attracted me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you, and so even with that being said, I kind of went through something around 2015, honestly, and something like that, kind of in reference to relationships, and I was going through something so bad. It's like I used to have, meetings and stuff like that, and would talk to my pastor about stuff, and because again, I'm seeking something,
Mm-hmm.
because I was shut down from love. I know for 10 years. When I say shut down,
What?
yes, because I went through a situation, right,
Mm-hmm.
and it hurt me so bad. Like I was just going through the
You're
process.
just existing
I was
in relationship.
existing, right, and so when I finally had that again, like, you know what, I'm ready. And this was about 2015, 2000, about 2000, I'm sorry, 13, 12 or 13. That's I'm ready for something else. I want something now.
Okay.
But when I opened my mind up, because again, it was so mentally shut out. When I opened my mind up to see what it was,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God, in reference to like this stuff is poison, right? This word, I mean, that piece of it, again, to attach to that this is terrible. This is so this is what it is. Now, this is on everything. Like this is what this is. Like to find somebody to try to be in a relationship. Oh my God!
Okay. What do you
Like
mean?
for
What was terrible? What part?
like just people, right?
Okay.
Like again, we talk about going back to how people are just not. They're not. They really don't. They're not real, or they're not. The situations or the relationships are not what they say they are. The true love, right? Love is not what it is.
I think
Knowing how to talk to people.
I was gonna say, I think a lot of people now, because even when you talk to men now, and I have to speak from a woman perspective, even now they want to know, well, where do you work at, how much you make, what you bring to the table. And it's like, and before you get to know who a person is, I'm
Yeah,
saying it's
yeah,
situations like that. And to
yeah.
me, you're building a foundation on what I can give you, what you can give me, instead of just
Transition.
building a
It's
friendship.
a transaction. Yeah, it's a
Transactional.
transaction.
Very, that's the word.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And so with that being said, no, I tell, and I talk to my daughters about this all the time. I talk to people, and I do talk to people. No, give me something that money can't buy. Give me something
Mm-hmm.
that's going to support us that's going to make us sustainable, that's going to get us through it when that money runs out. Right?
Yes.
Most things starts to get bad. What does it look like then? Because it ain't who you are in the good time, it's who you are in the bad time.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
And so that, and I tell folks, don't ever determine who a person is or how a person is until you see them in those bad times.
Oh my
right?
God.
Because I can go out here and get 1,000 people and say I'm gonna have a block party. They're gonna come. We're gonna have fun
They
all
sure
day.
are.
We're gonna have fun. We're gonna laugh.
I'm gonna be
Yeah, right. But what I'm saying, but to truly know a person, to understand a person, who they are in those hard times, those bad times, determines who they are. And so that's where you understand who this person is and how now should or could I or would I deal with this person. So that being said, so again, how he opened up, I was so shallow to a sense.
Okay.
So once I kind of went through something, I shut down for like 8 months. I shut down for like 8 months to truly understand, like, man, am I tripping? Am I asking for too much? And this is a question that I asked my pastor at the time when we were meeting. I said, man, am I asking too much? Am I asking too much for people to be who they say they are, to be trustworthy, right? These type of things. Am I asking too much? And so again, because I'm always trying to do self-reflections, right? I'm always looking at me and saying, what are you or what you're doing or where you stand in the situation? And I start questioning myself.
Yeah.
Right? I start questioning myself, well, maybe I'm asking for too much. This is God's honest truth. Maybe I'm asking for too much. I had, again, a session with my pastor. He's like, no, this is how it should be. He said, this is how it should be. This is how things should be. So no, you're right in reference to what you willing to accept or what you're looking at or for. And so once he solidified that, now it helps me continue to form. No, let's do this thing the right way.
Yeah.
Right. And so again, taking that 8-month hiatus in reference to just being in a space, and I start to get things so clearly. I start to understand clearly. I'm talking about what love means and what it is and what it isn't. I used to have a hashtag, love don't hurt, right? I used to have a hashtag because what I understood in that growth, in that moment, is that love covers your wills and your wants and your do's and your don'ts.
Okay.
I love you. I truly care for you. Some things I can't do and some things I can do, right? It's that love, true love won't allow you to do certain things to people, right?
Yes.
It won't allow you.
Oh my
And so what
God.
we can't do, if you truly define and understand what that thing looks like, you'll say, well, no, that ain't right. That ain't what it is. Right.
And you know what? And it's not always, because a lot of times people feel like, well, as long as they don't put their hands on me, but it's still certain things, you know, then it's okay. But it's like, no, if a person can talk to you any kind of way, if a person can see that you need something, and it's not their desire to try to make your life or your situation better on their own, then it's like, do you? I used to always tell my friends, don't reign with me if you can't suffer with me. And don't suffer with me if you can't reign with me. You know, I need you in all seasons of my life. I need you when it's going good. I need you when it's going bad. But however, I love how you said that is so true, that when you love somebody, it's certain things you will not, you can't do because you don't want to hurt them. You can't do it.
It goes against who you are to that person. Like I said, and I always use people, typically their parents or their children are the closest thing that they can say what true love looks like. You can't nobody make you intentionally put a gun to your head to do something to your mom, your parents, or your child. Why? You ask yourself why? Because you care about them. I love and care about this person, so you can't make me do anything to this person to hurt them. And so to me, that's the foundation of love.
Yes, I love it.
Not this other foolery that we have accepted to be normal.
Yeah,
man.
And it's not.
And it's not. So with that being said, I can't accept anything again. Am I perfect? No. One thing I can do.
None of us are.
Right. Because people, when I talk and say these things, say, well, you're looking for something to be perfect. No, I can deal with imperfect. I can't deal with unhealthy.
Right.
Two different things.
That's two. Oh my God.
Right?
Like that is so That is
It
so
don't have to be
sweet. It
perfect.
does not
Yeah.
have, but when you intentionally hurt me, or you intentionally know that what you do or what you say is gonna make me feel a certain kind of way, and it don't bother you, because oh my God, this week my sister Inga, her husband mom is falling ill, and
Mhm.
you can just tell his spirit is heavy,
Right,
and
right, right.
she was crying like it was our parents, and she was just like, I hate to see him sad like this. I
Mhm.
don't want my husband to feel. And I said, that's what I want my mate to have, empathy. And I started crying with her too, because she was
Right,
crying for
right.
him. I want my mate to know that hurt my feelings, and I want you to feel that, because that's a character. That's a character
Right.
thing. And if somebody can talk to you and treat you and do anything and feel nothing, that's not love. That's not love.
Well, or they don't know what love truly
And they don't
truly
know love.
is. Right.
And
Right.
I agree with
Right.
that. That's
Right.
true.
Right. Right.
So let me
And
ask you that. So if you do meet somebody and they don't know what love truly is, do you feel like it's our place to show them, or?
I think it's our place to be the example, right?
Mhm.
It's our place to be the example. What I've learned, you can't make anybody do or seek anything that they're not willing to do, right?
Yeah.
Because sometimes, especially certain people that you deal with, they deem to be it,
Hmm.
right? Per se.
Hmm.
I'm that person, XYZ. I'm popular, XYZ. They don't want to be vulnerable, right? So you have to be vulnerable first and foremost.
Yeah.
For a lot of people, their ego and the lack of wanting to be the vulnerability keeps them from truly growing and being like, dang, man, you know what? I am tripping. Can I grow in these safe spaces? Because again, if it takes away,
Hmm.
if it takes away from being, and we talk about relationships, I don't talk about now.
Yeah.
When I'm thinking about relationships, I'm seeing someone, if I'm involved with someone, I'm always thinking about down the road, right? What does it look like?
Man, oh my
Right?
God. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because I think I'm pretty on
Deserve it.
top of
Right.
understanding what that thing is. And so with that being said, I can take these ingredients, and so if I got certain ingredients, let's say if I want to make me a pound cake,
Mhm.
right? But if I got salt, peanut butter, and some oatmeal over here, right?
You ain't making no
I
pound cake.
can't make this pound
You
cake,
ain't making
baby.
no pound
Right,
cake.
right. So with that being said, we have to make sure we got
The
the ingredients or the
ingredients.
places. It has to be there before you can have this. And so, but if you truly understand what it takes to have this pound cake, if you're somebody who don't cook, you don't know what a pound cake looks like and what it consists of, then you're going to accept that peanut butter,
And try to make it
that
work.
oatmeal, whatever. Try to make it work, man.
But see, with that, what I would have to say, because I've been very transparent about, I have one situation I think I might have aborted the mission too quick, because in your analogy, I had the ingredients to the pound cake, but they had the ingredients to a peanut butter cookie, as you said. And that's not gonna make a pound cake. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you said, I feel like they have to be willing, but you can't be their punching bag or their footstool until they get it
No.
together. You know what I'm saying? Because that's unhealthy.
Right. You can't tear yourself down.
Yes.
I can't tear myself down to make sure to wait till you get to where you are.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you want me to love you enough. You want me to love you enough to stay.
Yeah.
But do you love me enough to make the proper or the
adjustment.
right decision
But
to make those changes?
But when that people like, well, you got to give me time. Well, no, I can't give you time to call me out my name. I can't give you time to do certain things
Right,
that
right,
make me feel
right,
inferior or not safe with you. I can't give you
right,
time for that, because
right.
then now that's been, and I think a lot of times people stay in situations because they want to be people's savior, or they do want to see that other side and be like, you know what, we made it through this. Okay, but you went through 20 years of toxic and on medicine because you stressed, unhappy, don't feel safe, don't trust them, STDs. I'm just saying all kind of crazy stuff can go on in the name of saying, I
Right.
stuck with you for better or for
I
worse.
want to be with you. Right,
I'm with
Yeah,
you no matter what. No, I don't think that that's healthy.
Yeah. There's no way. Again, some of those things that you stated so outrageous, so outside the line of what my expectation would be.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
I only get to a point where I probably may have been a couple relationships that I even would argue. Like I don't even get to that point.
Yeah.
Like I'm so in tune because again, what I understand relationships, like it takes time. It has to snowball over and over and over and over. It's simple to me. If we can't get past the small stuff, and what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to. If we're arguing every day, something is wrong and something needs to be fixed, right? And what I do know with that is that I can't move on. We can't move on this small level. I'm never going to get to that point. To that point, it's so toxic, and it's so against who Raymond is.
Yeah.
Right. It eats at my spirit. It eats at my spirit to stay balanced, right?
Okay,
To truly stay.
They're giving you shots out on here. I gotta keep engaged with our audience. They said, "Come on, Chief," and they said, "Preach, sir." They said, "Good morning, hi Denise, hi Rhonda, hi Michael." We say good morning to you all. So they said you're talking good. So they're enjoying what you're saying. So let me ask you this, because I try to stay here like an hour or so. So have you always been a great communicator? Because since I've known you, you've always been. But have you always been this type of man?
Not to the level that I am now. Again, so going through what I went through again, because again, to be the best version of self, right? I'm always trying to be the best version of self. And so again, communication, because I'm this behavior specialist, and communication is one of the things that I teach, right? And truly, dove into and have mastered the communication piece of it, right? But I had to learn over years. But again, I was willing, open to, right? To learn, because again, I want to be better in situations or circumstances. So I had to do the work on me, right? I had to do the work on me. And so now, again, to see and understand things, to be effective. But I've always been able to communicate. I've always been able to articulate as a man. A lot of times men, I've always been able to articulate who and what I feel and how I feel. But to understand now what I'm feeling, right? To understand what I'm seeing, now to put it in perspective, right? And now take it, okay, this is what this situation is. Now I know how to deal with it accordingly.
Yes.
Right? And so now with that, now I can present it to you and say, hey, this is what this is. Right?
Now, I like that because I haven't always been, I've always been a talker, but I haven't always been, I didn't used to always express what I wanted to say. I would hold a lot in the name of trying to keep the peace and not wanting to argue. So I didn't really say how I felt or what was. And then sometimes I would go too far to the extreme. And I said too much of what was on my mind and how I felt. But now to be emotionally aware and able to listen to your point of view, a person's point of view. And I might say, okay, I can kind of agree with that, but I don't, or I do. And to be able to articulate without all the emotion and being able to talk. I learned that in therapy. And just going through life, certain situations, you have to be able to talk and you have to be able to listen. And I think a lot of times that's a lot of relationships problem, because you're bringing two people that come from two different backgrounds.
Right.
And you're trying to form this one relationship, and how they might have seen what they seen in their home could be totally different than what you see. So you trying to come talk to them in peace, and they looking like, girl, you be out CCA, and you looking like, oh my God, I'm not used to that. I wasn't raised in that environment. So I just think it's so attractive to me in 2004 how so many men now are talking on platforms. And because we have to understand you all, because if we don't talk to you all, then we go, and if you all don't talk to us, if we don't talk to each other, I'm going to go how I think a man should talk or treat me, or you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that. But now when you talk to emotionally safe, because you got to be an emotionally safe man in the first place to have these type of conversations. You have to be vulnerable, you have to be transparent. That, and I like when people can tell their truth, like, no, I hadn't always done this, or I've been a hot mess, or I've been locked up, or done had a one night stand.
Right.
Like if we don't tell our true stories,
Right.
so then people don't know how you've evolved or how you really changed your life. If we just want to give them 2024 version of us, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and it's all about growth.
Yeah.
Again, at the end of the day, and I'm always trying to add to me, and I'm always feeding myself positive, emotional, healthy things, right?
Mhm.
And I tell people all the time, you have to feed yourself.
Mhm.
So if you want to have this mindset, which because mindsets creates behaviors, right?
Mhm.
And so once you start creating these things and feeding yourself, you have no choice but to be able to become
To
it,
change,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, and so that's, but first and foremost, it takes the want to.
Oh,
It,
come on.
it
I was
takes the
going to
want
say, but don't
to.
they gotta want to do that?
It takes the want to, baby. And
Yeah.
one thing I've learned is that people, every single person gets up every day and get an opportunity to change.
Oh my God.
So now you're making a choice not
You're
to.
making a choice not to.
You make a choice not to. Again, it's about being purpose filled and fulfillment, man. I tell you, everybody's listening to everyone. Once you find your purpose, right?
Yeah.
Once you find something that gives you fulfillment, when I tell you life changes, things get so clear and things come so much easier for you. Now you don't have to go and waste time and years over trying to fit in, trying to figure out what makes me happy. You got to do that for you. Don't expect other people to try to give you something that you are not willing to give to yourself.
Yourself. Oh my God.
Right?
Oh my God.
It takes you. And that's why I learned in the question that you talked about, like, I can't change nobody. Now, if you're willing for us to take a journey,
Yes.
right? And one thing for sure, I'm always going to grow up, but I'm never going to grow down.
Come on.
This is what I'm saying.
That's
Right?
a hashtag. Don't y'all go down.
Yeah,
Don't grow down.
grow up. Yeah, don't grow down because people come damaged, right? We all been through
Some
something.
stuff, yeah.
But again, a lot of people haven't let it go. And again, to protect their vulnerability, they'll create this facade, they'll create this behavior, this attitude that if you're not strong enough in your right, listen to me, in your right, if you're not strong enough in your right, people can pull you. They're so strong in their dysfunction or their bad behavior or mindset that they can pull you out of your strong, right? And so again, you have to stand on what's right, baby, and stand on 10 toes down. And baby, I'm not moving from it. I don't care, come hell and high water, who you are. I'm not moving. My daughter would contest this. People are, I'm not moving all right.
Oh.
I'm not.
And you know what? And be okay with being alone.
Listen here, man. Listen here. Listen to me. Peace is, and I'm going to say this for the men and women that's on here. Women, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm speaking from my perspective. Peace is everything,
It's
baby.
everything.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Peace is every single thing, baby. Give me peace. Give me somebody that I can be vulnerable to, right? Give me somebody that makes me feel good as a man. Give me that over anything. I don't care how fine you are. It goes back to, this is what my expectation, what I seen different coming out of this in reference to my growth. I used to, again, be shallow.
Yeah.
And so once I truly understood what love was, love now come in different shades.
Yes.
To me,
yes.
love come in different sizes, right?
Yes.
To me,
yes.
At first I was attracted to this,
yes.
right? So now it's more about here.
Oh my God.
More about here now.
Boy, you
right?
got to
So you
my
talk about
family.
attraction.
Yes.
Right? So you talk about pure attractions, again, to be what you seek and to understand what true love, because again, baby, imagine having 4 eyes and 4 ears and 2 hearts and 8 limbs. So not only I'm here in this present, but wherever you are, I am.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
To have my back, right? Man, understand how powerful that thing is, man. To have that true unity. But unfortunately, I can't say is that thing is so rare.
Right.
Listen to me. I do know that too. And again, I pray for God to give me discernment on that.
Yeah.
And I tell you, I can feel and see certain things, and when it ain't right, baby. Because again, if I'm gonna open up to you, I'm gonna open up. I'm gonna be vulnerable.
Yeah.
So with that being said, baby, I'm feeling this energy. I'm feeling the spirit. I know what's going on, where it is and where it ain't right.
Yeah.
You can't trick me. You can't lie to me.
Yeah.
You can't can't do that.
And you can't ignore it because I've been in places where I've been vulnerable because I'm an open book. I've been in places where I've been vulnerable and then they threw it in my face. You know, me sharing certain things. They threw it back. Well, you ain't this or you done this or you took, and it's like, wow, like
No,
I
you
was
leave.
vulnerable with you.
Yeah. No, you leave those type of situations immediately. Listen to me.
I did.
You leave those type of situations immediately. Don't even let it get started, baby.
Yeah.
And one thing we can't do, you talk about relationship, one we cannot do is ignore certain things in a person.
Yeah.
From the beginning, but you got to know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Again, if the foundation is not love, fulfillment, caring, how they respond to certain things, how they do certain things in certain situations, all those things count, baby.
But you
All
know
those
what?
things
I would have to say what I learned later on. I didn't love myself at the time. Because if you love yourself, it's certain things you wouldn't even take yourself when you truly love yourself and when you really know what you deserve. You know,
Right.
I come from an amazing background. My parents been married 57 years next year, and I come from a great home, but it was still something I was lacking within. So now I be home by myself because I got the peace, and the peace is priceless. But now, no, it's certain things you can't come to me with certain things. You can't talk to me about certain things. It's here and no further, as my mama say. Now I know those boundaries, those guards. Where like, oh no, honey, you talking like if you coming in the door talking like that, we're not even going on a date. I ain't even worried about no free meal. I ain't worried about hanging out because you sounded foolish from the jump. And so I love that. I love that for you as a man to even set those boundaries, because a lot of times, most times, men can be, or it can be women and men now. People can be so open because they want something from somebody, or they want some sex, or they want some money, and they don't even care what they're doing to their soul. On the inside, you know. So I love that about you. I love that now you know your worth, and you like, and you ain't taking my peace.
No. Again, I don't care. Listen to me. I don't care how fine you think you are, maybe, or how popular you may be, or what this, that. Listen to me, baby. I will walk out in a minute, in a heartbeat. I have absolutely no problem. Because again, I can't die. I can't leave this earth being in a bad space, understand because I understand what's in front of me. With that being said, I can't put myself in a situation, this is gonna be hell, this is gonna be really hard trying to get or make this thing right. I don't know my next moment. So again, I don't spend my last moments in a bad space. Again, I think big picture. I've always been big picture. I'm big picture. Not necessarily I always been big picture. So with that being said, no, I can understand really quickly. So again, I pray to understand what I'm seeing, because again, because I am what I seek, it allows me to see things pretty fast.
Wow, can you believe this hour that went by quick? This hour that went by quick. Because you was talking so good to the people.
I do want to make a plug before I go. Again, we talk about what God, when I pray for the sermon, when I pray for purpose, when I pray for certain things. God, when I pray for these things, God gave me things, right? So again, purpose, and like a sense of purpose to give back to how can I make a difference in this world. And so again, he gave me a couple of things. He gave me life, right? Living in faith every day, right? I have a brand called Life, and this is one of the shirts, like a t-shirt hoodie. So I have a brand called Life, living in faith every day.
Oh, living in faith, I like that.
Living in, so it gives you the understanding. So the colors are purple, pink, blue, and red, and it's an awareness, right, brand. So you know all those different colors are some type of awareness. So you have cancer, you got things like that, heart disease, you got lupus, you got blue. So you got all those things. So my website is lifefaiteveryday.com, lifefaiteveryday.com. And then too, also gave me the mind to create my nonprofit called Step Into Success. Right. So again, you talk about giving back. You talk about to the community, to the youth, to make a difference in our community. Again, I get up every day I get up every day. Every day, my mind is about how can I make a difference? How can I make our communities better? Right? How can I make the world better? And so, again, I shoot that out. We'll put that in the.
Yeah,
In
I
the,
was gonna
in
say, actually,
the
when we get off, text me your website and text me the name of your nonprofit so I can add it into our comment, because this show also go on YouTube also. But that's so crazy. I was just about to ask you, what do you have going on? How can we be a support?
Yeah.
How can we stay connected with you? How can people follow you on social media?
Raymond Williams at Facebook, RW the Artist. On Instagram, again, I sing, dance a little bit, but I know a little bit about that. So again, I call myself artist. God has definitely blessed me with a few talents.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, but yeah. So but community, I'm to who I am, right? Versus what I do. Who I am is someone who's purposely led, and again, who seeks to give back to the community and to make a difference in this world, in my community, in my neighborhood, until I die. Like if anybody wants to say something about me and my funeral, whatever it looks like, I just want to make a difference. Right? I want to make a positive difference. Again, God gave me these things. Again, you're talking about what He gave me. To get back to that, He gave me the vision about life.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I wasn't there beforehand to create this nonprofit. I have 3 programs in it. One of them is called Edification of Education. Edification of Education. One is called Professional Economics. Those 2 programs I wrote, they're copyrighted, right? They're built in within my nonprofit. So again, to God would give you these things if you pray for them, and if you align yourself with what He does, and then being obedient. Like He gave me these things. Listen, He gave me. I wasn't there prior to. Listen to me. I wasn't there. But praying for purpose and praying for fulfillment, He gave me these things, and now that's who I am.
That's
right?
who you are.
That's who I am, right? And so, with that being said, I appreciate the opportunity to talk to you on your platform or whatnot. But man, I thoroughly enjoy talking to you.
You can't close out the show. I gotta close out the show.
No. I'm saying that before you close out. And I'm giving you your flowers. Yeah, I'm giving your flowers for always being on top of things. Again, always trying, thinking ahead of time or thinking before and creating certain things. You've been a big picture person as well, again, and a content creator. So I appreciate your platform and what you've done.
We're really going to, we're going to collab on a reunion with McGarry. We're going to really make that happen. We've been talking that. I probably got inboxes. We've been saying that for the last 5 years. Right. We really are going to make that happen. Oh my God. I hope you all have been blessed by Raymond Williams. I think I learned some new stuff about him today. I thought I kind of knew him kind of good, but I didn't know you talk like this, Raymond.
It's God's, man. It's my testimony.
Yes. Right. I didn't know he talked like this, so I am so excited. You all, I'm going to get his website. I'm going to get his information about his nonprofit. Let's support our Black brothers that are doing positive things in the community. So quick, we're going to share something negative. They showing Mike Tyson butt. They showing this. They showing all this stuff going all over the internet. But here we got a Black man that's trying to change the future so he can leave a legacy. But also he's healthy for a woman to be around. Healthy and safe is so important with our men nowadays. So you all make sure you stay tuned. Next week, I have Coach Sabrina. I'm so excited about her. She is going to be talking on life after a toxic relationship and how leaving an unhealthy man pushed her into weightlifting and changing her life. And now when you see the transformation, it's crazy. So you all make sure you like, share, go support YouTube and Facebook. I told you in a couple weeks, I'm going to start doing little giveaways on those platforms. So make sure you follow Life After with BrandiJ. Raymond, thank you. You did amazing.
Thank you.
And we cannot wait to support life. We got to support, make sure we go and get us one of them shirts and support our brother.
Nonprofit. and the nonprofit again, it's all about the youth. Again, if you go in there, you'll see, I do adult development as well, but youth is where my heart is.
Okay, text me everything right now so I can update it when I get through. All
Okay.
right, you all enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay.
This is
All right.
at 12 o'clock went by so quick. Okay, Raymond, hit me up right now. Text it to me.
I will.
All right,
bye-bye.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right. Let's say you can go out. Yeah. Oh my God. I hope it wasn't supposed to show that part. I'm casual. I thank you all so much for tuning in to the lab. This is what it's about. Just sitting down, having conversations with people and learning and growing and being inspired. And I'm loving the lab. I hope y'all loving the lab with me. I didn't used to like the lab in school, but I'm kind of liking the lab now. You all till next week. Make sure you like, share, support YouTube, Facebook, and I'm out. I'm about to get on my couch. I'm gonna take this hair off, rock my locks, and get on my couch. I love you. There's nothing you can do about it. I tell you every time, I love you, but what's most importantly, God loves us. Until next Saturday, you all have a great weekend. Bye.